John, what are the keys to winning a game like that where things aren't clicking offensively?
I think it's getting stops, but I was telling the team earlier, I think we scored one more point at Wisconsin, but we lost by like 15, should have been 20. So we can win games when we score 55, 56 points. It's about getting stops, not getting down on yourself, keeping positive body language, and knowing that we're going to be in this game in the final 4 minutes.
Mr. Morgenstein, let's come to you. Nate Bauer, you're on deck.
John, kind of piggybacking off that, you guys don't let up a bucket for the last 7:32 of that game. How exactly are you and your teammates able to lock in defensively in those big minutes down the stretch?
I think our practice carried over. We went hard yesterday during practice. And that showed. That got our edge back, our defensive edge. And it's just a 1-2. I think defense, rebounding, it's a 1-2. Offense will come naturally, and you can score, you can hit threes, but with defense and rebound, you got to want to do it. It's got to be a mindset.
Bauer, let's come to you. Corey Geiger, you're on deck.
John, is there an adjustment made to your mentality or your psyche, I guess, when shots aren't falling? Like, I mean, is there a point, I guess, in the game where it becomes evident to you guys that you're not going to play a typical Penn State style of basketball game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I think one thing, give props to Maryland. I think they're a tough team. They're not the biggest team in the Big Ten, obviously. Like, they don't have the 7-footer that everyone else has, but they're a tough team, and they kept us out of the paint. So I think our message in halftime was we got to touch the paint. We got to get paint touches, and then that will lead to better threes if we want to take threes, or it will get us to the foul line like it did. So I think it's a different style of basketball we played today, but we still came out with the win.
Okay, Geiger, let's come to you next. Evan Patrick, you'll be afterward, and I think that'll end our session. I don't see any other hands up.
John, Jim Ferry speaks of you like you are Superman and the greatest. I'd like to ask you about Jim Ferry and the job that he has done and what he means to you guys taking over in all of this stuff and having you here, on the bubble. Just what do you make of the job he's done?
Yeah, I love Coach Ferry. It's funny because all my friends and family tell me, and they see all this stuff over the media, like Coach Ferry says he wants you to marry his daughter. All this crazy stuff. I just talked to him 5 minutes before I came, and he always says of, like, not even the basketball player I am, but the human being. And I think that speaks to him because he sees us as human beings. He doesn't see us as basketball players. He's a great coach. I love Coach Ferry, and the relationship I built with him will last forever.
Evan Patrick, let's come to you for the last question of this session.
Hey, John, I wanted to ask you about Miles. I mean, he's been getting increasing minutes at the 4 these last handful of games, closing out games. What makes it work so well, him playing the 4, even though he's a guy who's 6'4" and has played 2 guard a lot in his career here?
Miles is a big body, so he can. I think they tried posting him up with Dante Scott 4 possessions in a row, and Miles held his own. He can carry his weight, and he can be a force in the paint. And also, I know Jamar said, but his IQ, I think Miles is one of the smartest players, and his shot-making ability when it comes down to the final 30 seconds, as we know. He's going to hit those 2 free throws. I think he has, 3 game winners here at Penn State, so it's a lot of trust that's built in to Miles when it gets in under 2 minutes.